Bonjour et bienvenue dans cette
Hello
chronique
and welcome to this travel segment. I'm Erica Josia. You may not believe it, but it's true. For the first time since 1803, Notre Dame, in the French capital Paris, one of the most visited religious buildings in the world, did not celebrate Christmas Mass this year, to the great disappointment of tourists who traveled from Africa and the rest of the world to celebrate the day. According to Christian faith, is the birth of Jesus Christ. The 200-year-old cathedral remained silent during the night of December 24th to 25th, with no celebrations, no procession was planned in the vicinity. Since the fire, which ravaged part of its roof on April 15th, Notre Dame in Paris, the emblematic cathedral in the French capital, has closed its doors and will remain closed until work is completed. With a pang in their hearts, the faithful and tourists headed to another church where Mass was held for the occasion. But no visitor was left without any incident.
Yes, we lost Notre Dame. It's really sad. It's really unfortunate that this fire happened. We don't know why. God knows why. I try to come to Paris for Christmas every year, and as a Catholic, it is extremely important to me. Last year, I came to spend Mass on December 24 in Paris at Notre Dame. This year is a change. It really breaks my heart. It's really symbolic. It's very, very important. It's a complicated year. I've been to Notre Dame before. It's a bit sad. So on Christmas Eve, it's good to be in another parish that's not very far away. But that's also significant. There's a heartache because we are used to Notre Dame and the Mass. There's extraordinary. And in the same time, it is Christmas, the celebration of hope.
For the rector of the cathedral, Monsignor Patrick Chauvet, the structure is too fragile to let visitors in. He believes there's still a risk of poisoning because of the tons of lead dust released during the flames.
Today, it is not out of danger. It will be out of danger when we take out the remaining scaffoldings. There's always a risk. Today, we can say that there is maybe a 50% chance that it will be saved. There's also a 50% chance of scaffoldings falling onto 3 volts. So as you can see, the building is still very fragile.
The cathedral is currently supported by a crane until the start of construction in February 2020. But the work on this large building will take a long time because of its complexity, which means that the site, popular with tourists, will remain inaccessible for the next 5 years until it regains its beautiful face. The fire that ravaged the Gothic gem prompted extraordinary mobilization in France and around the world, particularly in Africa. As a result, 922 million euros in donations and pledges were confirmed, a total of 320,000 donations. Once renovated, Notre Dame Cathedral, one of the largest religious buildings in the West, will attract more tourists around the world. Apart from the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris is one of the largest monuments that represent France. It features prominently in the list of places that every tourist will want to see one day, myself included. And if we talk about figures, Notre Dame de Paris welcomes a total of about 13 million visitors a year, far ahead of the Louvre Museum, which welcomes 10.2 million visitors. And that's it for the travel segment today.